some charts.
Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Listen, most chains bolt on oracles after the fact. Flare Networks bakes them in. With the FTSO and FDC protocols enshrined at the protocol layer, the same validators, incentives, and weighted voting that secure the chain also secure prices and external data. Translation: trustless, manipulation resistant feeds, not an add on, but core security. Let's unpack how that changes the DeFi design and risk. We're going to get into it tonight. Freaking happy, is it Generational Wealth Wednesday? No, happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. What an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is a digital asset space. Listen, my friends, you and I were playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we are winning, my friends. What's going on with Spend the Bits? Spend the Bits is like got a little note, public service announcement. Take that Bitcoin that you got on the XRPL by way of the Spend the Bits app and get the Flare Networks Spend the Bits app and put your Bitcoin on there so you can take advantage of F assets as well. What's good? What's going on with that? Firelight sharing the recent news. Crypto.com, by way of Firelight, is going to be providing XRP restaking. Did you catch that one? Crypto.com, XRP restaking. I think it's going to be by way of Firelight. That's big stuff. We're going to get into that as well. Crypto Eddie shared something that I have been talking about for a minute now on this channel with the XRPL and the lending protocols and who that was most likely going to appeal to. That's right. She brought up Lending Club. We're going to get into that. We'll share some of that as well. I hope Crypto Eddie, I hope you're doing well, miss. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That'd be really, really cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we have viewers in the stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Market is doing what the market does. We'll go over those numbers, but it is just doing what it does. We got 1.5 check marks on our way to alt season. 1.5 Bitcoin dominance. It wicked under 60.5. It just wicked, but that's better than nothing. The Ethereum versus BTC chart is looking awesome. It's on an uptrend. That's what we want. So we're getting closer to having the alt season that we all are looking forward to, for sure. But DeFi is killing the game if you're in it. DeFi don't care what the market's doing. DeFi provides yield and cash flow regardless of what's going on with the market. What's going on, Keyless? The Lady of Crypto checked in first. How about that? Appreciate you being here. Pookie is in the building. Life is good. Pookie says we need those drive time videos again, huh? Miss Crypto C's been saying, she's been saying that for a minute now. Pookie says Flare is about to shock the world, the whole crypto industry, excuse me. Flare is about to shock the whole crypto industry. Mark my words, I think he meant. Listen, life is good right now. I got to tell you, I think we need a little bit of a reminder about these Enshrined protocols on Flare Networks. We'll go over that. It was inspired on a post from Flare devs. Yeah, we're going to get into that as well. Life is good. I've been doing some little communicating with the folks over at Flare Network. Hopefully we're moving forward. For sure, life is really, really good. Market, I refreshed CoinGecko so we can go over those numbers as well. How many of you guys remember when we were talking about the lending protocol on the XRPL and we discussed who would most likely that would appeal to? Now, apparently BlackRock is in the mix with one particular entity that we thought would be interested in this lending protocol, could benefit from a lending protocol like the XRPL's lending protocol. Yeah, Lending Club and apparently BlackRock. We're going to get into that. Let's go over these numbers real quick while we let more people check in, Pookie. Let's go over these numbers real quick. Do this. Do this here. Go over to CoinGecko. Just real quick, go over these numbers. You know, we understand what the market's doing right now. Bitcoin is approximately $119,000. Bitcoin dominance. The total cryptocurrency market cap is 4.06 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is about 60%. Let's get the live take on it. Is it down to 59 again? We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like 59.65. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for sure. That's pretty good. 59%, 59.65. Again, closing the day below 60%. Pretty good. Get that downward trend. We need to have a weekly close below 60%, in my view, to begin to confirm that downward trend in the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin's trading at $119,000 again. On a 30-day, Bitcoin is 0.5% up. Ethereum is trading at $4,395 again. On a 30-day, Ethereum is up 47%. XRP is trading at $3.18 again. What's going on right now? On a 30-day, XRP is up 12%. Solana is trading at $177 again. On a 30-day, it's up 9%. Dogecoin, did I forget Doge? No, Doge is trading at 22 cents again. On the 30-day, Dogecoin is up 12%. And the beloved Link. I thought about getting some Link. I'm not going to get any Link. I thought about it a few days ago. Thought about it. Between that and Uni, thought about it, but I'm not going to do it. Anyway, is trading at $3.75 again. On a 30-day, it's up 8%. That is the market, fam. Those are the numbers. That's the market again. And the market is just simply doing what the market does. Let me cover this post here from Crypto Eddie. I thought this was really, really interesting. Did you guys see it? Make sure you're following Crypto Eddie on X. Make sure you're following Crypto Eddie on X on her YouTube channel. For sure. This is interesting stuff here. August 5th, Lending Club, which is a San Francisco firm that Susan Athey served as board director while also on the Ripple board. Lending Club has partnered with BlackRock on loan transactions up to $1 billion. David Schwartz and Jazzy from Ripple spoke about Ripple filling the gap, quote unquote, Ripple filling the gap, expanding to lending by leveraging the XRP ledger. They did this at Apex 2025. Lending Club is a fintech company operating as a digital marketplace bank. Would make a sweet acquisition, says Crypto Eddie. If not Lending Club, then probably someone similar. Linden Tree, Prosper Finance, I already thought that was owned by someone at Ripple. Yeah, I said indeed. Lending Club, Lending Tree, et cetera, et cetera. These would be great buys. The lending protocol will be a massive win for the XRPL. Massive. When it gets launched, it's going to be really, really massive. But guys, remember, this is what we talked about when they were talking about that lending protocol. I'm not sure if you guys remember that or not, but I talked about places like Prosper Financial, Lending Club, Lending Tree. Those would hugely benefit from the capital that can come from the digital asset space in terms of helping to fund these loans. They could tap into more liquidity for sure. Now, BlackRock's support is interesting. Partnering with BlackRock to, for these loans up to $1 billion is interesting. I don't know what BlackRock will eventually do with the XRPL. I'm not really sure. Fairly certain they're going to have an ETF. I mean, if there's demand and fees to be had, BlackRock they're going to do what they do over at BlackRock. You can rest assured that is going to happen. But isn't that interesting? Lending Club. I don't know if the Susan Athey connection is going to matter or not. I honestly don't know. in terms of Ripple acquiring Lending Club. Not really sure, but Ripple has some coffers, man. They have coffers to make moves, and they are going to utilize that war chest. You can best believe that. Now, Spin the Bits news is interesting. I wanted to share that because I wanted to remind you guys that we talked about the lending protocol. Let's get into the topic of the video discussion today. Let's get into that. Don't need any sound. This is for my guys over at Flare Devs. They shared this. I thought it was interesting. I wanted to share with you guys. Awesome picture. Awesome infographic here. User, EVM execution layer. FTSO, so user scaling. Interesting. FTSO, FDC, Enshrined data protocols, data on other chains, off-chain datas, Flare stake. So let's go over this article real quick. This post from X real quick. Flare Networks is a layer 1 blockchain whose security is rooted in decentralized proof of stake consensus, underpinned by a large set of validators. That's not all. By enshrining the FTSO, Flare Time Series Oracle, and FDC, which is the Flare Data Connector, directly into our core protocol, directly into the layer 1. Flare provides every data source with complete economic security across the entire network. That means trustless, manipulation-resistant prices and external data are secured by the same validators, weighted voting, and incentives that secure the chain itself. Security is not an afterthought. It is a priority embedded in our core system. Shout out to the Flare devs over there for that post. I wanted to share that. I thought it was really, really, really important to remind people about these native protocols enshrined at Flare Networks at the layer 1. At the layer 1. It's native to the chain. It's not add-ons. Huge, huge. So Firelight reposted this Crypto.com news. Crypto.com says, we're excited to announce our strategic partnership with Vivo Power to provide custodial support for the expansion of its digital asset treasury holdings strategy and more. Where's the full article right here? Oh, what happened there? Let me try that again. Is this it? Nope. See here. Let's see if we can't do it from here. My VPN might have messed that up. I don't know what happened. Let's see. So we get this article up from crypto.com. I've been blocked. Why have I been blocked? What the world? What the world, Keyless? Let's take a look at my VPN here. See what's going on. What's going on with that? Why would that be blocked? This freaking, I don't know why that would be blocked. There's no reason why that to be blocked. What's going on, crypto.com? I'm just trying to share a new news article. All right, there it is. All right, let me share. Flare Networks, I'm telling you, another institution, another player with a bunch of XRP looking to do some things. Vivo Power selects crypto.com as a partner to support digital asset treasury strategy. Crypto.com to provide custody services for the digital asset treasury and digital asset mining, as well as access to the Vivo Power stock, VVPR. When I saw this restaking thing, right here, is this it? Um, let's see. Where was that at? All right, here. Through crypto.com's platform, shareholders will also benefit from superior liquidity for XRP and other digital assets, as well as access to upcoming XRP restaking via Flare. Crypto.com customers, XRP restaking via Flare. My guess, it's going to be Firelight. Says which Vivo Power has already partnered with. That's the only thing I'm interested in the whole article here. I'm glad that, I'm glad they got that little partnership, Vivo Power and Crypto.com. That's awesome. But yeah, it's these customers at Crypto.com, XRP restaking by way of Flare Networks. That is a big freaking deal. It's a big deal. This is another big deal. Another one. We are pleased to have signed this partnership with Crypto.com to facilitate a listing for Vivo Power on Crypto.com's stock platform, providing exposure to Crypto.com's $150 million crypto native user base, 150 million user base. Wow. Executive chairman of Vivo Power. Furthermore, Crypto.com's custody services across multiple international jurisdictions will provide us with additional capacity for international growth. We are confident that this partnership will be accretive to our XRP-focused digital asset strategy, as well as Carrot's digital asset mining business. This, my friends, is a big deal. It's a really, really big deal. Let me go here and go to here. What's going on, Rachel W? How are you, my friend? Appreciate you checking in. Jungle Link's in the building. What's up, bro? Iman says a BlackRock spokesperson mentioned they weren't thinking of an ETF for XRP or Solana, which means they are. LOL. Yeah. If there's a demand, it will be there for sure, fam. Without question. So, Jungle Link, I don't know if you heard about or saw Crypto Eddie's latest post about the lending platform called Lending Club, partnering with BlackRock to allow up to $1 billion in loans and lending loans. And she mentioned that at one time, Susan Athey was on the board of directors at the Lending Club at the same time that she was on the board at Ripple, speculating that Ripple might, in fact, purchase Lending Club or something similar to that, like Lending Tree or Prosper Financial. But the lending protocol, when it does get launched on the XRPL, my first thought was platforms like Lending Club and Lending Tree would love the idea of this lending protocol. It would be massive for them, I think, with this access to this liquidity to fund loans for sure. It would allow XRP holders to be lenders, not just borrowers, but be lenders for sure. Operating in that space, that generally is reserved for high net worth individuals. So the lending protocol can be a big deal. Now, are you going to get? Are you going to create the cash flow that you would create in DeFi? No, probably not. But it will give you the opportunity to diversify your lending. It'll give you opportunity to diversify your lending for sure. Jungle says, sounds like Crypto Eddie knows a bit more than she's leading on to. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Dennis Newman says, how do you get the Luminite wallet? You go to luminite.app. Well, let me make sure I got that right. Don't go there yet, bro. Make sure I got that right. Luminite, I'm excited about that seedless app. Let me make sure I do it right. Let me see. I always get it confused because most stuff, yeah, it's Luminite.app. Luminite.app, my friend. Luminite.app. I already set up my wallet. Excited about it. Yep, there it is right there. Luminite.app. There it is, bro. Liking what they got. Early iteration. Yeah, so this you said Jung Lee says boom, right? So just think about that ability to be a lender, right? Again, operating in the same space that high net worth individuals operate in, you can provide some liquidity. You can provide some of that XRP to the lending protocol, which is going to be pretty cool. Lending Club, Prosper Finance, Lending Tree, really popular. But I know they need access to liquidity without question. Now, the whole BlackRock deal, I don't know what partnering, like, what does that really mean? Partnering. Let's take a look at this. Lending Club and BlackRock partner on loan transactions up to $1 billion. So, Lending Club Corporation today announced the signing of a memorandum of understanding by which funds and accounts managed by BlackRock investment advisors will invest up to $1 billion through Lending Club's marketplace programs in 2026. So is that, yeah, I don't know what that looks like. Is that they're providing the capital to fund the loans, I guess? Our partnership with BlackRock is an exciting step forward for Lending Club. It also validates the strength of our underwriting, the effectiveness of our marketplace, et cetera, and the trust we've earned. So that looks like an injection of capital for loans. Crypto Eddie was hinting at or speculating on the possibility of Ripple purchasing something like Lending Club. This agreement follows BlackRock's first transaction of $100 million under Lending Club's new lender, which is interesting. Lending Club Rated Notes. Lending Club Rated Notes program, which closed in June of 2025. Building on Lending Club's successful structured certificates program. So this is a structured product. This is a TradFi product for sure. Lender, Lendr, offers multiple tranches, each with a credit rating from Fitch. Under the June 2025 lender transaction with BlackRock, all tranches were sold to funds and accounts managed by BlackRock. Combined, Lending Club has sold nearly $6 billion in loans through a structured certificates program since their launch in April of 2023. So there's that. I mean, I think that's pretty cool for sure. An acquisition would be awesome. I just think an acquisition would be really awesome if they could make that happen. Ripple acquiring Lending Club or Lending Tree, or I always say that someone already owns Prosper. Someone at Ripple already owns Prosper, I'm pretty sure. Prosper Finance or Financial. But yeah, that's what I talked about early on when they mentioned the lending protocol. I think platforms like Lending Club and Lending Tree, the lending protocol on the XRPL would be very appealing to entities like that. Very appealing for sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work. Dennis, did you get the Luminite.app? Did you see that? What's going on, Keston? How are you, my friend? I appreciate you checking in, sir. Look, it's just a friendly reminder about the enshrined protocols on Flare, right? The FDC, the Flare Data Protocol, and the FTSO, the Flare Time Series Oracle. Native. When you put them in gel and mesh them together, it's just a perfect flywheel for making the security of the data, the accuracy of the data, the prices, all of it in line. But security is paramount. Dennis Newman says, got it. Thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Security is absolutely paramount. Crypto.com hopping on. It says upcoming restaking by way of Flare. Upcoming XRP restaking by way of Flare. That would imagine that would be by way of Firelight. So that's a big deal, fam. That is a big deal. Another one. Hopping on Flare Networks, right? Got to do some of that XRP they got going on. This is what Hugo Filion from Flare Networks says. He says there's tons of institutions with billions of dollars of XRP. Billions. It looks like to me they're looking to onboard by way of Flare Networks and Firelight to do something with this idle XRP. So yeah, they're going to do another audit. Yeah, they're going to go from version 1.1 to version 1.2. Of course, they're going to do that. I'm sure. There's a host of others like crypto.com waiting to do that, and like Vivo Power waiting to do that. I'm glad I snatched up some Vivo Power stock, man. I'm glad I snatched some of that up. Taking my little high risk, high reward bet on Vivo Power. Not much, just a few $100, but still want to see what's good over there with that for sure. Want to see what's good with that for sure. So, guys, what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about this lending club? Do you think that Ripple is in the business? You think they're in the hunt for something like an acquisition like Lending Club? I think that would make really, really good sense. I really do. I think that would make a lot of sense to make that acquisition, make that purchase. And we all know that they're going to be able to raise even more money. Right? James, thanks to Jungle, we know Ripple's going to be able to raise even more money. So, yeah, to me, that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. I think tomorrow's flare drop day or something going on. We'll be able to get some more FLR. It's a sleeper, in my view, still in the 10% bucket. However, it's still in 10% bucket, but it is a sleeper for sure. We got the Bitcoin dominance. It looked like it closed under 60% again today, Jungle. So that's a good sign. We need the weekly close below 60% in this. That's the start of the little trickle. The ETH versus BTC charts are looking really, really good. It is in an uptrend. In other words, ETH is outperforming Bitcoin. This is awesome. I will be doing the rotating strategy this cycle. Yeah, I'll be doing a rotating strategy. Rotated a little bit of the BTC a couple weeks ago. I'll be doing the rotating strategy for sure. For sure. For sure. Right? Rotating strategy. Take some of that BTC into ETH, XRP, Solana, Sui. You know, waiting to add more to that once we get the confirmation of this weekly Bitcoin dominance trending down, staying below 60% is key, is paramount. Dennis Newman, how are you liking that Luminite app, bro? I like the idea of a seed phrase less wallet. Really, really do like that. Now Luminite has two things on Flare Networks already available to use, right? Delegate your FLR and stake your FLR. Which is nice. So already integrated on the platform day one. Very, very nice. Very, very smart to do that. Make sure that if you choose the Google way of getting a wallet, that you got the multiple two-factor authentication on there as well. It's important. Important. Let me get that and share that with you guys. Hugely important. Who put that out? Did Luminite put that out? I think Luminite. Didn't they put that out? Yeah, I'll share that real quick. Okay, let me share that with you guys real quick so you'll know. Dennis, so you'll know in case you decide to do it that way. You can do it. You got 3 different ways of getting a wallet, and you can get multiple wallets in each of those different ways. So that's really, really nice. Love that from the Luminite that they did that. All right, so let's go here. Let's do this. Think no seed phrase means no security. It's still there, just stored safely, says the people from Luminite. In this video, we'll show you how to lock down your account with two-factor authentication, how to access and back up your seed phrase easily for ultimate protection, Watch now and take full control of your assets. So let's take a listen to this real quick. Wait a minute. You guys can't hear this if I don't share with sound. So let me change that. Share with sound. I should just leave it on share with sound. Let's go through that again.
Worry about the security of your assets? Let's learn how to protect it. Because your wallet is linked to your email, your wallet is safe as long as your email is secured. Therefore, you should double your email protection by enabling two-factor authentication on Gmail. Open your Google account. Tap Security. Under How you sign into Google, select Turn on two-step verification. Choose how you want to verify the second steps. While not providing a private phrase while creating wallet, users still can access and save your wallet's seed phrase. But remember, never disclose this private key. Anyone with your private key can access your wallet and funds. In Luminite interface, click at Setting. Click at the key symbol next to your wallet address. Click to reveal. Copy your private key or save it with QR code.
Yeah, so saving the private key is cool, but where you're saving it is paramount if you're figuring out doing something like that, for sure. I did all three. You can sign in. You can use the passkey, sign in with Google, sign in with Apple. I did all three. Got multiple wallets on each one. It's fun to do that. It's fun to use that as well. Let me do this real quick. Let's do this. You see here's Luminite, your everyday crypto app, non-custodial, cross-chain, enhanced security. Just hit launch app there, and it's going to give you three options. This is probably going to automatically go to my option when you hit the launch app there. But yeah, I really, really do. Let's see if it does do that. Okay, so there. You see it says continue with your passkey to log in, or you can log in with Google or log in with Apple. Either one. I have an Apple product, so I could do it that way and create a wallet that way as well. I used the first one with the passkey. You can do the Google one by way of your email, but you want multi-factor authentication, two-factor on there as well on your email accounts without question. You should have that already, for sure. And obviously you can do passkeys that way as well with Google. But yeah, I really, really do like this app. Let me do something real quick here, and then I'll walk you through the app. Really like what they got going on. Share that. I sent like less than $1. I think I sent some XRP over there. One XRP, yeah. All right, so let me share the screen real quick. Share Luminite. Like the features, man. Gotta tell you, Jungle, like the features. Really like it. Early days, first, what did we say? First day, first week being launched. Really, really like what they got going on. You can swap, you can bridge, earn. And the earn here, you can delegate your FLR from here as well if you want to do that. And you can stake it. So two great features early on. I really do like you get an EVM wallet and an XRPL wallet from the beginning, which is pretty cool. Really, really like that, right? And remember, I did the passkey to sign in. You didn't see it, but that's what I did. You can go to settings and you can add addresses and you can add wallets. You can add an address. If you want to add an address, you can add a wallet. If you want to add a wallet, and if you want to add an address, you can just an EVM address, right? And so instead of having one EVM, you have two EVMs. So it'd be EVM1, EVM2, EVM3, EVM4. if you want to do something like that. And also, you can do it for the XRPL as well. So you can have more than one XRPL address as well. I think that is awesome. Adding the wallets here, you can add another wallet, your keys, your crypto, you can add another wallet as well. So again, this would be great for things. Addresses and wallets would be great for people who might be airdrop farming and doing different things like that. But yeah, I like it. Again, these are early day features. So they got an address book on here. I guess that would be something very similar to maybe that's a whitelisting type deal as well. It's got 2 networks right now. It looks like they'll have more networks, which is pretty cool. So I really, really like it. And it's screaming. It's screaming. Transactions are screaming. Sending and receiving, they are screaming. Yeah, really like that. You can see 10 FLR, 3 Spark tokens, SPRK, and some XRPL. I tell you, when I rotate, it's going to be interesting rotating into FLR. It's going to be really, really interesting to see what that is going to look like. It's going to be interesting to see what that's going to look like. I think technically, Flare at $1 billion is mid cap, I think. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It might be large cap at $1 billion. Might be. So we'll see what that rotation is going to look like. But yeah, looking forward to doing that again. Yeah, I like it. The swap features here, you can swap. I was just playing around. I swapped some FLR to SPRK. I didn't get any at 2 cents, I don't think. Or maybe I got it at 2, didn't get it at 1. I don't know. But I just swapped there. So again, early days with Luminite, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the guys over there. So really, really cool. I got to get over to SparkDex and check my LP position. It's been a minute and see what's going on with the staking of this SPRK token. My guy, Home Business Loans, has been on it. I've been asleep at the wheel on that one. What we got going on here? About 10 minutes. Is that done? Okay. Okay. Joe Buddy's in the building. What's going on, Joe? Joe says, I traded last week some Bitcoin for XRP. After the transaction, still not posting after an hour. I traded out another 25% of Bitcoin out of the protest of dumb freaking blockchain taking so long. What? Where is it that your transactions are taking that long, bro? Where is it that you're going that your transactions are taking so long, brother? I trade in and out of Bitcoin in seconds, man. Where is it taking that long? What's going on, Ian Sterling? It's been a minute, my friend. Appreciate you checking in. Where is that taking so long for a transaction these days? I mean, this is not heat of the bull run. Like, where is that taking so long, my friend? Where is that taking that long? Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. That'd be really, really cool. I just wanted to give you a heads up and a reminder about the prowess of this layer 1 EVM blockchain that is Flare Networks with 2 Enshrined protocols, oracles. Enshrined is massive. Security is paramount. Great flywheel between the validators and the oracles, just working in sync and harmony. I'm telling you, this is a next level layer 1 blockchain that people are just barely opening their eyes to. But I got to tell you, I will never forget the likes of Charlie Shrem and Arthur Hayes, eyes going like this when they discovered this Flare Networks blockchain and what it was looking to do. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that look. All right, fam, I'm gonna hop off here. Do me a favor. If you didn't get a chance to hit that like button on the way in, please do so on the way out. That'd be awesome. If you could do that, that'd be really, really cool. And if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds, do me a favor. If you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.